Hello, greetings, highly favored and blessed people in the brightest light family. We hope we all are doing fine and we are enjoying our content. Welcome to all our highly favored um, new subscribers. Please feel at home. The comment section is for everybody, so feel free to share your thought, be it the previous videos you watch or the video of today. So as usual, we just share topics that are meant to encourage us all in our day-to-day journey. Yes, as we always remind us, you are a light. Yes, every one of us is a light, and we just want to keep encouraging us to keep shining our light. Yes, challenges are real. Sometimes we set amazing smart goals, but things don't go the way we plan. It's still okay, because even when you consider failure, it's an opportunity to learn. What every experience for lights like us are opportunities for us to learn, for us to build up something, for us to get something, maybe change something. So everything that maybe the ones we say, oh, this is bad, this is the worst moment, those are still learning opportunities, and experience is one way we all can obviously learn. That being said, each day we are growing, each day we are changing, and because we are changing, obviously there are things we have to do to keep our light shining. We need to identify things that will enable us to shine brighter, things that also may dim our light, or persons. So it's not always things, or it may be persons, maybe character, maybe an attitude. So everything that is not control can be a problem, can be a hazard. For example, we all know that glucose is important, is a primary source of energy in the body. But if we have excess of this glucose, it becomes a problem that is applicable to everything, not just food nutrients in our body. Yes, we need fat, but do we need excess of fat? What type of fat do we need? So that brings us to our topic of today, which is boundary setting. The importance of setting boundaries and how should we set boundaries. Yeah, I know we all possibly know that it's important to have boundaries, be it in a relationship. So there are different types of boundary. It can be relationship boundaries, like we have different types of relationship. First of all, so in each relationship you want to have an agreement on how you want to go. For example, you don't want to have a relationship with a boss that say, I can call you at 1 a.m. Or you can work at any time without any specific hours of work. You don't want to. We don't want to go into that. We also want to have a toxic relationship, that we are just the one offering our time and everything, and maybe the person we're in that relationship with doesn't have a time. So setting those boundaries are very important. Also, when we talk about boundaries, we have physical boundaries. Like many times you see people struggling from one addiction, or maybe addiction with your phone, like you can't keep your phone down and focus. Like, let me ask, how many of us can stay without our phones for just 2 days? How many of us? Let's know in the comment section, by the way. How many of us can stay without our phones for 2 days? Like, if they say, okay, put off your phone and don't come online 2 days, don't touch the phone as well. How many of us can do it? So yes, technology, if we can't control when to hold the phones are important, by the way. I didn't say our phones are not important, but if we don't control when to hold the phones, when not to hold them, yeah. So when we talk about boundaries, we have so many types of boundaries. We want to also like talk about have time boundaries, like, okay, how much do we spend with this person, how much do I spend with these things. As I was talking with phone bound. So when we talk about a physical boundary, maybe keeping away the phone, or keeping away cigarettes, for those who are trying to get away from that type of addiction. Maybe keeping away of alcohol. So if each day you are with a bottle of beer, wine, and you say, oh, alcohol, leave me, or I want to leave alcohol, it's going to be very difficult, right? So it's like very essential we identify the boundaries we need to share, or we need to set. So there are different types of boundaries, but so we want to be very conscious as we keep growing to identify the boundaries we want to set each day. How much time you spend with people, how much time you spend with specific things. Sometimes some things, as I said, will become so familiar with the way we do things, and we don't even take our time to check. So let's talk a little bit now. How do we set boundaries? Oh, because it's something, it's like challenging. By the way, let me know your thoughts. What are the ways that, and what are, first of all, what are the different types of boundaries that you set? Because I know I may have not mentioned, oh, there are so many types of boundaries. Yeah, so many types. So what are the type of boundaries you set, and also how do you set and implement these boundaries? Because it's easy to say things, it's easy to put down like new year wishes, I won't do this again, or said like, okay, this is the limit, I won't take more than 1 glass of wine a day, and or I won't take more than this amount of carbohydrate today. But you see, you go to the gym, you come back, you take times 4. So that happens. How do we set those boundaries? Like, oh yes, we know how to set them, but how do we set them and implement them? Let's be now set and implement, because setting is one and implementing is the other. So share with us in the comment section, people, because it's very important. There's no way you can succeed and stay focused on your purpose on this earth without setting and implementing the boundaries, like enforcing those boundaries. And the boundaries obviously have to keep changing. Some may reduce because maybe you validated or you've achieved that particular objective, and new ones keep coming because you're going out, you're changing. So one important thing that we all want to do, that is based on my experience, by the way, when it comes to boundaries, is make sure we properly identify the object, the situation that is causing a problem that we want to address. So some say the hazards, so whatever, want to identify that critical factor, that critical point, that critical person. It can be a human being stressing up your life. So you want to identify and be specific in your identification to know what specifically Lucy may be a problem, right? But what is Lucy doing that is causing the problem? So once we properly do that identification and define that, oh, so the next thing after we set and properly define the boundaries, I will recommend writing somewhere, because we know we can forget. If you ask some of us what were the boundaries or the goals or the objective we set in January, this is June. Some people have forgotten, some people can't remember. So it's important we write them down. I say write, we will know, we can save them somewhere to have soft copies, but I still recommend you write it down. Write it down, it's important. Yes, write it down. So once we have it written down, we also want to properly communicate it to those that it affects them. For example, if you set a boundary that, oh, I won't receive call after 10 p.m., which is one of mine. Like when I'm going to bed, my phone is on silent, so you want to communicate that with those that it may affect, mostly those you're intimate with, who obviously want to call you at any time. So that communication is important. If also you want to say, oh, I won't take alcohol again, you want to communicate with friends that may sit and just say, oh, we have this stuff here and we have alcohol. You say, oh, I'm no more game for that. So communication is obviously important. There's a step in the process of making sure that is not just limited at setting those boundaries, but being able to implement it is by communicating it. So, and also communicating it to yourself. Sometimes you have to self-talk, like, I'm no more touching it, I'm not going to discipline yourself not to do that. And the next important is for us to avoid like trying to explain too much. We know those who want to question everything. We know that the fact that we know that's what is good for us, everybody does not need to understand or say that way. But as humans, we always want to explain detailedly, explain I used to be a victim of that, feeling that, oh, this person should not feel bad. But at the end of the day, even if you explain from now to tomorrow, some people will still feel bad. So it's okay to accept not feel guilt. That is the thing. Because sometimes the reason we explain because you're feeling guilty that you're going to hurt this person, but it's just what it's supposed to be. People are going to always get hurt in the process. You can't please everybody. It's not possible unless you want to be depressed. So yes, and this communication is key again, because I see this is the reason some people are really depressed. They identify a problem but don't know that the person they want to come or they have to communicate to may not listen, and they tend to keep it to themselves, and it continue to suck them down, weigh them down. So I'm just encouraging you, if you're one of those person that you're always too concerned about others and never concerned about yourself, know that you may want to learn how to accept that some people will not like your decisions. That frees you, that gives us a lot of power, a lot of autonomy, a lot of courage, a lot of boldness, and a lot of confidence, because we all need to sometimes know our decisions is right. We need to know, oh yes, you know what you want for yourself. And that being said, those are the basic things I thought I could share with us, not to make this video too long. And I know obviously I've not said everything, so you share with us first, why do you think it's important to have boundaries, and what type of boundaries do you set, and how have the boundaries helped you, and how do you make sure that you keep to your boundaries, like you respect them. That's what this video is all about. So share with us in the comment section. For those who have not been setting boundaries, I don't know the type of life you've been living, but it's not late. It's just like somebody who say, oh, I want to lose weight, and you get up, you go to the gym, you do exercise for 30 minutes, and let's assume you lost some calories, and you go back home, you take times 4 of that, and you say your exercise is not helping you. So yes, we want to check those limits we need to set. When you eat, for example, may be a problem. The time you eat, how many times you eat, what you eat, you may know it's a problem, and you are like, I will. So it's an opportunity to think about it. Yes. We all are work in progress, so it's not late to start something new. It's not late to start that change if you need it. Stay blessed. Love you all, guys.